Are you a big resolutions person, Marty?
I'm a resolutions person throughout the year. Not in a toxic way, in a like small little goals way.
Marty has that growth mindset.
I have that growth mindset. I'm up every day at 4 a.m. grinding. But no, just like all day, just grinding against a pole, crying. When is this gonna end? No, but I think New Year's there's too much pressure on New Year's Day for people to lock and load, and you've just binged all of Christmas and sat on your hole, and now it's like, all right, get up now and be the best version of yourself immediately. I think that's very difficult.
You are the worst version of yourself at that point. You're at your lowest little like ebb, and you have to go, what will I do with this year? What will I do?
But conversely, are you the worst version of yourself at that time, or are you just cutting yourself a small bit of slack with no there's very little control there? If you could have a little bit of control, it wouldn't be so hard then, would it?
I'll speak just for me. I am the worst version of myself then.
Right.
Like right now I'm the worst version of myself because I've been home with family.
Yeah.
I've regressed.
Yeah,
I've become like a little monster.
Yeah.
I'm just eating things off the floor. Just like, oh look, it's a caramel barrel it's a Rose's caramel barrel. Oh, I'll eat that.
You're the rumbas. You're the rumba.
Yeah, I'm the rumbas of the house. I'm just going around scooping up all the rubbish people have left, just eating it into my gob. And then that's with chocolate around my mouth and failure in my eyes. I go, yeah, this year will be different.
Oh yeah, it's just kind of relentless though, because you can't have any grasp of routine because you're not in your own space anymore. So trying to establish routine when you're still at home with your family is insane, but it also is the thing that will make you feel sane.
I think January every year I have a breakdown.
Yeah.
Every single year. Because I go in and I'm just like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And you can't do anything in January.
No.
So you can't really... I don't know what
Yeah. We'll get into that. Here we go. With Marty and Roger. Guys, welcome to Member That. I'm Marty Gleason. I'm here with Roger O'Sullivan.
Hello, everyone.
How are you, Roger?
I'm panicking, Marty.
Why?
I'm panicking because I have 3 dates next week. Not to get straight into plugging, but I have 3 dates in Soho Theatre next week, and there will be tickets left on the day, I'd say. So if anyone's listening to this now and they want to stop me having a breakdown in January, and you're based in London, go to those.
Roger, what time? And what dates exactly are they?
It's the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th of January.
Of January, 3rd, 4th, and 5th of January. Whoa, you're flying straight back then to London. Yeah. You're barely at home then. You're barely kissing that soil.
I'm home for a few days and then this is what it means to be a success win entrepreneur.
I was moving. This is it. I think this podcast episode is about, just going for things, right?
That's what when in 2026 we become grind set.
Oh, I already am.
Yeah,
we already are.
Yeah.
I think so. You'll have a few tickets left. I think they'll get snatched up. People will rally. It's people need to get out of the house now that it's not Christmas anymore. People
listen, guys, you've had arguments with your family. Come to my gig and have an argument with me.
Yeah,
I'll take it. Yeah.
Oh, do. And they can get that on the Soho Theatre website, is that right?
Yeah. If you Google Roger O'Sullivan feckin' Soho Theatre, there will be bountiful tickets left for you.
And I'm not being biased. Fantastic show. Brilliant show. Marty. Really, honestly, will take you out of yourself for an hour, and that's a great feeling.
Best part of the show, I think, easily the posters. The posters, best part of the show.
I did do the posters. Thank you, Roger. Look at us, just upping each other.
Getting there.
On this New Year's Eve. Isn't that nice to be grateful on New Year's Eve?
Yeah. What about you, Marty? What are your feelings on this New Year's Eve? What's in your mind?
I am actually looking forward to the year. Not actually as if it's never happened before, but I'm looking forward to the year ahead because I feel like when I have something solid in like planned, i.e. doing my debut hour, it's something I love working towards. Something that is like the thing people talk about is like working in process, right? Is the thing when people are most happiest. I'm going to go traveling for a while, and I'm excited. But this time of year, I'm not New Year's Eve. I'm not a big New Year's Eve person. Never have been. Never will be. I don't think. Like fireworks, don't do it for you. Don't give a shit about fireworks. How do you feel about them?
No, I think in general Irish people don't really care about fireworks, but they're mad about them in England.
Yeah, it's so annoying. But they be like setting them off like a lot here, like when there's no holiday or anything like that. I don't know. I think I'm over fireworks. The first time I saw fireworks, it was amazing. It was New Year's Eve. I was at home in my house, and I live in the countryside, so we're not near any city or anything. So, New Year's Eve, parents like, oh my god, there's fireworks outside. Look up, and like we're surrounded by fields, so it was so cool. I think seeing fireworks out of context is amazing because you just don't expect it. But obviously we did 'cause it's New Year's. But then, I think. After that, as I mentioned before in a previous pod, I worked in a amusement park as a roller coaster operator, and every single night at 10 p.m, the location of the amusement park was called Belmont Park, but it was across the way from SeaWorld. Every night at 10 p.m, SeaWorld would set off fireworks to the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack because it was some kind of disgusting, cruel animal show. And that was 5 months. And I was like, never again. No.
When I have a like similar experience of not as consistent as yours of seeing them for just 6 months, but when I went to Disneyland Paris, or is it Disneyland Paris is what it's called now? It was Euro Disney for a while, but when I went there with my girlfriend, this is like a year into our relationship. Somebody told me you absolutely have to see the fireworks in the evening. They're like amazing.
Yeah.
And we went and found a spot, but everyone's trying to see the fireworks, so they're pushing so hard. So like, I might have told you about this, but a guy basically pushed into my back, and I turned around and I said if he did it again, I'd fucking fight him.
Yeah.
And it was like a near relationship ending argument after that. Not argument really, but just like
because she saw a side of you that isn't really
like I think not expected or whatever. And then but we stayed for the fireworks anyway, and we both realized that fireworks are shit.
Yeah.
Like the peak firework is Mickey Mouse's face in the sky. Well, fuck off. Like I don't care. Like I don't.
Cool, like that's kind of cool actually.
No, Marty, don't.
I forgot
give
they
in.
go in. I forgot they can be like shapes. I'm just talking about your kind of your sprinkler fireworks. You know when you yawn and like sprinkles come out of your throat.
Those types of fireworks, yeah. Those
big fireworks. Where I do like you know what I do like. A sparkler.
They're okay. I will
because it's a sensory joy because you can smell them as well.
Yeah, and how often do you get to hold a little bit of fire?
Yeah, exactly. You know? It's kind of neat. It's kind of cool. Yeah. And like you know those things you throw on the ground and they make like a cracking noise, but that's more Halloween vibes. I think you can be doing that on New Year's, but. New Year's Eve, what would we do? It's just about the last time when there's actually still decent movies on RTE. Maybe it's different now. I'm hoping today.
You'll find out.
It's just 'cause then after that it dips. It becomes before that even it's like the races. I just go mad showing the races on TV. I do not like it. And then it's like James Bond season.
I think RTE are always mad into showing James Bonds, and I don't know any Irish people that like it.
RTE for our UK listeners is our like TV, our BBC basically.
Our BBC,
same thing, but they just do not show good TV. And they always have this show called Reeling in the Years as well, where it's just them looking back on Ireland and being like, that was a great year, wasn't it? I hate it.
You hate it. I love that show.
I cannot stand it.
I love that show so much that during the pandemic I made I made a version of it for 2020.
It's just living in the past, but I'd appreciate if they did it once. But they repeat the same year a few times, and I'm like, can we just get over it?
It's
Nah.
no, that's like peak RT. That's peak RT TV.
I just sound like I'm not a patriotic person at all.
I don't know. No. I just think really in the years is like it's pure montage in its purest form. Like the editing is superb in it. The music choice is absolutely. It's won multiple awards. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I would say I'm not exaggerating. You're the only person in my entire life I've ever met who does not like Reeling in the Years.
Do you know why maybe I don't like it? Is because often it's very much the only option on TV because we only have 4 channels.
Yeah,
it's not like it's being shoved in my face like the Clockwork Orange, and I can't watch anything else. And then you're just like, well, this is it. But maybe. Yeah, maybe I should give it no, I'm not going to.
You won't. I know you won't like it, but yeah, I did it during the pandemic. I did a big rewatch. I was like watching just year after year after year after year, and then like I said, I made my own version of it. 23,000 views on YouTube.
Jeez, that's class. You want to share that in there? We'll put a link in that.
That was the first viral thing I ever did. That's actually a defunct YouTube account I have now. That I can't get into that.
And that many views on YouTube is very hard to get.
Oh yeah,
YouTube is crazy.
I used maybe I shouldn't say that. I had like this is all during pandemic or whatever, but I had like a Ko-fi link. Do you know that thing? Or coffee or whatever. It's like people can donate a little bit of money to you.
Oh yeah.
I put that in the bio, and one lad sent me like £500, and he said,
"What?"
He said, "Oh man," he goes, "This has made my pandemic. Thanks so much." And loads of people were sending me money from it. I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, they were just.
Why not? So that's good.
Yeah, but there might be implications, Marty.
The tax man's not going to find you. Don't worry. Because I am the tax man. Inflatable tax bill. Ow. Oh wow, that's amazing. I didn't know that little tidbit about your life, that you were basically doing kind of OnlyFans a little bit.
Excuse me, Marty. It's not OnlyFans. There's one joke. There's one joke I have in the whole. Like it's very serious. I got a friend of mine. I haven't seen in years now, but they're like a font expert. They design fonts for a living, or at least used to. And I reached out to them to get the exact font they use and all the Reeling in the Year stuff. And they were like, "Oh, it's a customized version of blah, 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 whatever." It was like, there's some people in the comments that are going, "Sorry, is this real?" This
is amazing. I have to see this.
That was my biggest achievement. You'll obviously hate it because it's very true to life. But
I'll be impressed though. This is the thing. I'll enjoy it, knowing some of the backstory of where. Even though I should enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? When people I know are involved in something, I tend to enjoy the thing a bit more.
The reason I made it is because I put on Twitter, I said, "Oh, if this gets enough likes, I'll make it." Because everyone's making jokes about Reeling in the Years. Oh, imagine Reeling in the Years 2020. And I put up, I said, if this gets enough likes, I will make a Reeling in the Years 2020. And then it got like, I can't remember how many likes it got, but it was my I remember getting so many likes that my phone like heated up and burnt, like had to like restart. It was crazy. Obviously people had nothing to do during the pandemic. Yeah. So
wow.
So then I felt
you could get sued, right?
I don't think so.
'Cause you made money off it.
Maybe you are correct. You see, Marty, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. But yeah, I'll send you a link to that. I think you'll find it interesting. I remember the project file being so large that every time I opened it, I would just have to, like, my PC would potentially have to restart.
How long is an episode? Like half hour, 40 minutes?
An episode's like 20. An episode's like 25 minutes, but
for ads and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I made it, it was only up until it's only 16 minutes long, because there was only that much of the year at that point.
Okay.
And my plan was to finish the rest of the year, but I just got so fucking depressed the rest of that year, because obviously the pandemic's happening. Then I was just like, I can't face I cannot face the rest of this. Not not to bring it down, but like, yeah, there's loads of comments of like, when are you going to do the rest of it and stuff. And
Wow.
yeah, I think I've deleted most of the responses now, because that account is like now like not private, but not I don't really post anything on it. But when I like, there's so many replies I used to do where I go like, yeah, I got really depressed, so I couldn't finish the rest of it, and then you go, yeah, fair enough, yeah.
So human. But maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the key in this period of time when you're like between Christmas, New Year's, and going back to work. It's like setting yourself a project that is not something as extreme as that, but like something that's like
something achievable. Yeah,
that's achievable in that time. That isn't like an ongoing project. That's something like, you know, do a little crochet. I don't know. I'm thinking all these crafty things because obviously it's cold and stuff. But because like you're already going walking loads of your family. You're going to every grave you've ever been to in your life. You're, you know, trying your best to, I don't know, just get back to it. But when you're a kid, this stuff is like, the thing you would be excited about going back to school about is being like, oh, look at this sick, cool pen I got.
Look at this pen I got.
Yeah, look at this amazing funky Friends pencil case I got. You know, all these little things. Whereas when you're a kid, you want that time to last for ages before you go back to school. But when you're an adult, you are kind of like, let me get moving again. Let me get back to reality.
Marty, you've just reminded me. Do you remember those pencil cases that were shaped like cans?
Yes. Oh my days.
They were.
Oh, they were. I would get one of those now. What I've started doing is, because I'm at my desk here and I bought some back with me, I got these like nice pens.
Ooh.
And like they're just normal pens, but they just make me feel so nice when I write, and they're just so silly. And then these ones are like, this is it looks like a sweet,
what
but
the hell is
it's
that?
a highlighter.
Oh, highlighter shaped like a sweet.
Yeah, and they just make me feel like you can take the kid out of the adult. The kid can grow up, but this is a pen as well. Look at this.
No, that's not a pen.
It's a pen.
I'd be chewing that.
It's a pen.
I'd be a full pen.
It's a pen, listeners, that literally looks like a hard sweet in a wrapper, and I absolutely am buzzing. It just makes me feel so good. It makes me definitely sit down and write way more without fighting my brain about it.
This is all I get. Keep it in there.
Classic. I work in tech. Would you not light up your world a little bit?
Excuse me. Do you know what, actually? My favourite pen. I don't have one on me right now, but my favourite pen is, do you know the 4-colour one?
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
My friend who works in tech told me that everybody, when they join the office, like no matter what company you're in, everybody has to get given like a lightsaber pen.
What?
Yeah.
In
is
their
that
office?
Not true?
That's not true. That's not true.
In general?
No.
Because I've met 4 people who said that to me.
Well, maybe I'm
like
the only person.
They're not people who I know.
Maybe I'm the only person not getting them then.
Maybe.
Is this because? Maybe this is because I revealed in a previous episode that I'd only like to be in Star Wars to be in the conventions, and they know that.
I'm only messing.
Oh,
Of course not.
You're
like
such a little fucker.
That's so nuts. That's so nuts to say.
I do think that there are little things like that where I always have felt like. Do you ever feel like you were always one day behind at school or something?
Oh, do you know the days you'd miss at school and crazy things would happen that day? Yeah. And you come back in and there's like a new kid from America and you're like, who the fuck is that? And they're like, that's Samantha. She was in the babysitter club. And you're like, oh, fucking... She can't be in the club.
Did you have an American in your primary school?
We did have an American for, I think, honestly 3 weeks, and then she was just gone. I don't know why it was so short.
Diplomatic mission, probably.
It was very, very brief. What did you say?
Diplomatic mission.
What's that mean?
Like, as in they were sending over the parents on some kind of like political thing.
And the kids there, and
the kids just has to live there for 3 weeks.
On the open road again.
Yeah.
I never get to stay in one place and make friends. How am I ever going to develop my personality?
I guess I'm just a military brat.
I guess that's all I'll ever be, following in my parents' footsteps. And you know what? it ain't such a bad life. I got money, I got a roof over my head, but I don't got any friends. I better move into a house that's haunted and become friends with a ghost called Casper the Ghost. That is the premise of Casper the Ghost. Do we know it? Yes, we do. Essentially, it is.
Do you know what always freaked me out about Casper the Ghost? Is, do you remember at the end when they put him in the machine and he becomes a boy for a day?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Is Casper, is that not just like Casper is the ghost and he's the kid that died?
Yeah.
And then is that just not like the dad has made this machine that brings back the dead? And is Casper, do you not think it's just a figment of his mental health difficulties, and he's going crazy, and it's New Year's Eve for him, and he's decided to make this big machine to focus on getting through the next few days. But Casper's just a figment of his imagination. He's like his dead kid, no? Happy New Year, everybody.
Do you know what? That deserves a video essay on YouTube.
Maybe
do you know those video essays that are like, they have the creepy music and they go, you won't believe these top 5 fan theories. 1, Casper is not a friendly ghost. In fact, the dad has gone insane, and he's building a big machine to deal with his grief. He still has
Don't forget to
daughter.
like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, please go on. I was enjoying that. Sorry.
You won't believe number 4. That I don't have much more to that. Apart from the fact
counting down from 10. That kind of
WatchMojo.com. I'm Ashley from WatchMojo.com.
And they don't show you the scenes. They just have the clips of some like AI American person being like, "Oh my God, it was the biggest thing in our childhoods." It's like, you didn't have a childhood. You were in somebody's brain. You were an idea.
Marty, I need to know, do you have any New Year's Eve traditions? Or
Well, do you know what? So usually New Year's Eve, it's 2 options.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in with the family, which, ain't so bad actually. Yeah. I don't mind that. The other option then, I think that is the most safest option for the crack, is going to a house party. That's for now. But when I was a kid, we'd mainly go up to my cousin's house, and we'd all get, we'd get to stay up later than normal, so we'd be absolutely buzzing, and we'd have like whatever weird food is left over from Christmas, and we'd sing Auld Lang Syne, which to this day, that is my most hated song in the whole world.
What, Auld Lang Syne?
Auld Lang Syne. There's something about it I cannot stand.
People call me a contrarian, but you hate Auld Lang Syne, and you also hate
What's
Really
it called?
in the Years. Auld Lang Syne, isn't it? Auld Lang Syne.
Auld Lang Syne. What's it actually called? Auld Lang Syne.
Because it's a Robbie Burns poem put to
Auld Lang Syne. What does it mean? Times long past.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, because you're on the old wiki there, but isn't it a Robert Burns poem put to...
I have no idea.
No?
And I don't care to know. I absolutely cannot. I should know. I don't want to be ignorant, and I could end up loving the meaning. I don't know anything about I've never listened to the words, even though...
I don't want to be ignorant.
I've sang it so many times, and I've just never listened to the words. Ever.
I think that's a class song. I think that's one of the few things I like about New Year's.
Why is it class?
I just think it's a banger,
Don't sing it to me right now. That's not an invitation.
You'll get enough of that tonight now.
I'll walk into another room and I'll put on Dirty by Christina Aguilera and dance it out, and then go back in. Kid dancing style.
Now, this is a tradition in my household that I'll be curious to see if you experienced it. This is the sort of thing where you... I get these things a lot. I don't know if you experience this, but I'll be the Irish person in a group of English people, and I'll be a representative of Irish customs and traditions, and I'll say, "Oh, we do this in my household," and then they go away being like, "Oh, all Irish people do that," and then I have this thought where I go, "Well, I actually have never mentioned that to anyone ever before, so I don't know if it's just my family or if it's common." But on New Year's Eve, the youngest present in the house, when the clock strikes midnight, will have to take a loaf of bread and run from the front door, knocking that with the bread, to the back door with the bread, and knock that as well. Do you ever do that?
This doesn't sound too unfamiliar to me.
Okay. Is this a thing you've ever done?
No, I've never done that, but I've heard of people doing things with different food items in different parts of the house.
Okay, because that's what we would do.
But I've never heard that. So you do that when you're a kid?
I would do that. I do that if I'm home as well, yeah.
What is the point of it?
It's to keep hunger from the door.
So you get a loaf of bread, and you go to the front door, and you knock it with the door, with the bread,
and then the other one.
And run to the other door, front like doors that are opening out into the outside world.
Yeah. So
you're kind of saging the house, but with bread.
Exactly, we're breading the house, and we do that every year.
What do you do with the bread then?
You put it back in the freezer.
What? Why isn't it fresh bread?
Oh, well, you'd always have, because it's around this time. It's a big sandwichy time, I would say.
Yeah, you gotta have backup
to New Year's. So yeah, you have backup bread. Did you freeze bread a lot growing up?
We did. It is a big sandwichy time. You're dead right. You're dead. One thing, the food we used to eat in this time was banana. You're fucking dead.
You're fucking dead.
But the food we used to eat in that time with the frozen, like what we would do, which was nuts.
I can't wait
was
for this.
Have those mini pizzas? I can't remember the brand they were, but they were like the mini pizzas you'd have when you were a kid.
I know they're horrible, aren't they?
They're horrible, but they were class.
They're frozen.
They were just so basic.
Yeah.
Cheese, whatever. I'd have that with spiced beef on top, like cold spiced beef on the hot pizza.
Yeah.
And that was like the in-between food dinner. Like snack when you're just left to your own devices, and my parents looked after me very well, but it was more like I just wanted something to eat, and that's what me and my sister would have sometimes. Gross.
Really? And then so you were obviously a spiced beef household.
We would have been, but not for years now.
Not for years.
Spiced beef, no.
So spiced beef, it doesn't sound appealing to me. I think.
Of course not. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but you were going to say something with bananas, were you?
About bananas?
Maybe you were saying this sounds bananas.
No, I was saying this sounds bananas. I was being Gwen Stefani about it, yeah.
Yes. Because I thought you were going to bring up banana sandwiches, which were a big staple. That was a big staple in my household.
God, I don't think I've ever had a banana sandwich in my life.
What? Oh.
No.
Banana sandwiches, they're unreal. My mum would always make banana sandwiches. They are what they sound like.
Banana and?
Just banana. Bit of butter maybe. I don't like butter in my sandwiches myself.
Just banana in a sandwich. So banana and bread. Sandwich. Would you put peanut butter on that at all? No.
Now I would.
I've had bananas on toast with peanut butter, but I've never done the.
This would just be like chopped up banana in plain white bread. It's beautiful. Absolutely
beautiful. Gorgeous. Stunning.
Takes me back.
And what would be now food wise? What would it during this time? Some obviously takeaways are very busy at this time because people are sick of eating the leftovers. What would be the takeaway of choice for you?
So, we never ever had a takeaway in my whole time living at home.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, we never ever had a takeaway ever.
Oh, is it because there was none there?
Yeah, that's probably so. The truth of it is, it's probably because there was none there. But then my parents would try and rationalize it and say, no, you shouldn't ever get takeaways. They're terrible. So yeah, the first takeaway I got with my ordered to a house myself was during the pandemic. I'd never ordered a takeaway in my life up until that point. Yeah, this
is big news.
Big news, yeah.
This is what. So I suppose you find yourself that you're probably very you probably don't even get takeaways that much right now, do you? Or
No,
you either go hell for leather.
We get one a week now, which I think is even
That's
a bit much.
that's excessive.
Yeah, we get one on date night. Like that's what we do.
Oh, that's cute.
So we have a date night and we get like a takeaway then. But yeah, one a week. But I still think like, yeah, we never would have been a takeaway household. I think we would. I'm making it sound more extreme than it is. Occasionally, my sister would go, "Do you all want to go to Dino's?" Which is in Ballincollig, which is like.
I recognise that place.
Yeah,
like we'd pass that. It looks like an American diner.
Maybe it does now, but it didn't back in the day. Back in the day, it was just like a chipper thing.
Oh, okay.
But it would be. But my sister would occasionally be like, "Do you want to all go to Dino's in Ballincollig?" But we wouldn't. So we'd go there, get the food, and then we'd all just eat in the car. But we'd never get a takeaway and bring it home, or get a takeaway home, or anything. You know, that's just not. I don't know.
Wait, sorry. You go to Dino's.
Yeah.
You drive all the way to Dino's, and you eat it in the car.
In the car, yeah.
Oh, for God's sake! Is there any comfort in your hearts at all? Would you not have gotten out of the car and sat in Dino's or bought it? How far was Dino's from where you lived?
Oh, like maybe, like 15 minutes.
15? 1-5?
Yeah, no, it's probably like 20 minutes, let's say. 20 minutes from the house.
Yeah, you could just about manage that, but like...
It would be cold.
Driving it in the... there'd be, 20 of you in the car, and you'd be sitting on each other's laps. In the boot. Yeah. And you'd be eating your... Oh, God, you poor little pauper.
Okay, it's not that bad, Marty. Jesus Christ! What was your takeaway?
I'm only messing.
You were all set up for this. What was your big takeaway?
No, I'm not. It would be you'd have two options. It'd be chipper or Chinese.
Wow.
That's it.
I don't think my parents have ever had a Chinese in their life. I think my dad would die
really?
with a Chinese. Yeah.
So they would, but do they like chippers?
My dad does like chippers. My mom doesn't.
So your mom cooks all the time?
Yeah.
Some woman.
Yeah, some woman.
Absolute woman. Weapon.
Yeah, she fucked up on the Buzz Lightyear.
She fucked up. And she's been talking to you about that since.
Yeah.
Takeaway wise, yeah. I don't know. Jeez, that's mad. I mean, that's good. You saved a lot of money, but it's more so it would be for like the sake of your parents not having to cook. Do you know, like that as well as being like, oh, this is interesting food to have.
Yeah, but I wonder. I must ask my mom why she never thought of it. Like, why she's never like, we'll get a little bit. It probably was saving money or stuff, but.
Yeah, probably, and also that's good. I don't know. I take back all that pauper stuff. I didn't mean that.
No, it's fine, Marty. I know what you really mean. You can tell that we're both just, knackered. We're just waiting for the new year to start.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Go on. Tell me what your resolutions are for this year.
Oh, take more risks. Mm-hmm. That's a big one. And not. I've got plenty of things that I've kind of working away at in terms of like, not rules, but guidelines but the two big things are take more risks and don't be on my phone really late at night. Like, don't be on the screen and be on my phone. And then everything else is just like, make sure you exercise and all that stuff routinely. A lot like stuff that you be doing anyway, but stuff that you're just like, I want to make sure I stay on it and don't. But after Christmas it's always tricky to get back. It's like, do you know when you go on holidays somewhere, even if you don't go home and then you come back, you've had a lovely time on the holiday, but then when you come back it's so hard to get into your routine again.
Oh yeah. And
then it's like Christmas, home, like those two things mashed together, trying to go back into your routine. Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah. I definitely think like every year I come back in January and I'm just feel like I've completely destroyed the progress I've made in habits, in terms of like habits. Sleep completely fucked. Diet out the window, all that stuff.
And what are your resolutions?
My resolutions are sell out my tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be the and you can help me do that. So you sell out the tour, take a new show to Edinburgh, get a new show ready for that, and don't know. I pretty much not to sound like a shithead, guys, but I achieved most of my resolutions from last year.
Oh, did you have a few?
Oh, I'd like maybe 30, 40. Yeah.
Wow. They're goals, I think. I don't know if they're... This is a basic goal. Did you make them all on New Year's Eve?
All of them, yeah. Wrote them all down New Year's Eve, yeah.
I take it back.
Wrote them all down, wrote them out in with my simple pen, as you call it, basic tech pen. Wrote them all out and just fucking absolutely fucking
annihilated it.
Yeah.
And when you were a kid, the resolutions, what kind of resolutions would you have had as a kid?
To get more presents. They genuinely would be stuff like that. Like, I'm going to get even more Yu-Gi-Oh cards this year. That would be such shitty resolutions.
Oh, jeez, well, I can't even think of what mine would be. A teenager, I think, is when I started thinking about resolutions. But when I was a kid, it would be in the similar vein of as confession, you know? You know, that you'd be like, I won't, you know, hit whatever.
Really?
You know, I won't do something bad. I won't. Yeah. But me and my sister didn't really fight that much. But randomly, you know, I will, you know, help my parents and clean the windows, you know, stuff like that. Stuff that wasn't real, you know.
That is like, I have to be honest with you, that's so much nicer than the shit that I would have been thinking. Like, genuinely, my stuff would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna trick my parents into getting me even more Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh my god, you little shit.
Get more PlayStation. I was a complete little shit. There's no point saying it. There's no two ways about it. I was such a little shit as a kid.
Wow.
And as a teenager, to be fair.
But sure, you said you think that retrospectively you might be a bully.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that more, and I don't know whether me and my friends were bullies or whether we were just the popular kids. And it's so hard to tell.
Yeah, I'd say you're safe enough to, because if you were a bully, I think you'd know by now. Unless you did anything very in particular. I mean, we don't need to go into this.
No. I never did anything. But yeah, like anytime I'm back home in Cork, like, you know, I'll see people I went to secondary school with, and they never have any issues. You know, I'll be walking down the street and I'll be like, "Look, it's Poindexter! Hey, Poindexter!
Beanface!"
Yeah, and I'll grab him and I'll give him a little noogie, and they never say boo or bad to me. So they must have had a good time when you think about it.
They just like freeze up and they just say nothing, and that's when I know they're okay. Yeah. That's when I absolutely know.
And then when they start walking away, I do that thing where you put your foot on the back of their heel and they trip over. And I go, "Hey guys, look, Beanface is tripped."
Yeah. And then you point to the ground and you go, "Dropped your hat," and they look and you're like, no. That's a. I remember when I was a kid, actually. I think I was like quite a well-behaved kid, despite the fact being like kind of like, I want this and this, but I was a very well-behaved kid. And there would be like, I don't know why I got this into my head, and this is kind of a bit psychotic. Once a year, I would kind of just let myself let rip. I'd have like a let rip day mentally in my head where I would just like, wouldn't be nice. I would be mean. I would do whatever I wanted. And I never told anybody about this actually until right now. I don't think my parents, my sister, nobody knows, but I would have one day a year where I kind of purge.
You had a Marty Gleason purge.
I did, like, I'd say I only did it a few times. I'd say maybe about over a span of 5 years, I'd have like a little mental purge day where I would just act so out of character just to see what it would be like. And I'd get it out of my system. And then that would be it.
What kind of stuff would you be doing?
Oh, I don't know. I'd be just calling people names and stuff, and I'd never dream of doing that. I'm such an empathetic. Even as a kid, I was like just too empathetic. It was like annoying. Do you know? Like you'd be wanting to hang out with someone, but you'd be hanging out with that person over there because they're sad, and you're like, damn it, I just want. But I don't know. I push people and stuff and call people names, and I think I just would do it like once a year.
I'd do the opposite. Weird thing. That's what we'd be doing the rest of the year. Then
You'd
one
be
day
nice.
a year I'd go, I should have one nice day.
Oh my god.
Hanging out with the loser for one day. You know?
Yeah. Why am I sitting here like fucking hell?
Tomorrow I'm back to fucking nugging you, okay?
I'd be like the opposite. I'd be like, take nothing I say now to heart today, right? Tomorrow will be different. I know. I just have one purge day.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You should do something about that. You should do you should either do it again or you should do stand up about that, because that's an insane thing for a kid to do.
The ramifications is like an adult having a purge day. Like I'd just get so. Just my career would end, I'd say.
Do you know? Yeah, that's true. If you were a man, it would take off.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd be
but like they'd be things I wouldn't be doing like horrendous things. Obviously, jeez, it would be more like doing what I want without feeling.
Oh yeah,
without a filter.
That you're harassing people, Marty.
No, I wasn't like
in line
robbing people. Yeah, I was just kind of doing what I wanted for the day. I wasn't being like horrendous.
Being yourself. Do you know? I actually had I was thinking about whether I had any memorable New Year's Eves or New Year's Days. And I completely forgot about something, but I once played at half time during a Munster game. As like as a teenager, on like New Year's Day.
I knew I recognized you. You were from it. What year was that?
Oh, I don't know what year that was. It was like
1990. Secondary school.
2000 and when would it be? Maybe let's say 2004, maybe.
I remember that 2004, but you weren't really. You were different glasses. You weren't wearing glasses.
Yeah, I didn't have glasses then. Yeah.
Yeah, geez, that's why I didn't recognize you. You had longer hair.
And I was wedging people as I walked onto the pitch.
No, Mike, I knew I met you before this. This is absolutely wild. God, the world is crazy, isn't it?
I know. But what reminded me of this is I was thinking of so I played rugby growing up. But I didn't really have any interest in it. I just played it because I was a fat kid. So if you're a fat kid, you're by default good at rugby. So I remember being told like, "Oh, you're going to play during the half time of this Munster match on New Year's Day," and everyone else was so excited about it, and I was like, "Okay, I guess that's exciting." And then suddenly I remembered, "Oh fuck, that means dinner will be later." And I just started freaking out. I was like, "Oh God,
food!"
I won't be able to eat for ages. I don't think it was New Year's Day exactly. I think it might have been the day after or something like that. But I can probably look it up. I'm sure I can probably find It was some kind of exhibition match thing.
No,
but
I remember it like it was yesterday. It was incredible. You were I was like, "Who is that fella? He's very good at rugby."
Very bad at rugby, actually, but
I see beyond that now. I see potential. When I was a kid, I saw potential.
You saw potential then, but
I was like, that guy's going to be a good podcast co-host someday.
But do you know what I remember? Is we all lined up to get autographs of the Munster team at the time, and they were all coming along. And do you know what I remember? Is the one guy who wouldn't stop for anyone. And still to this day, I just think, what a prick, Rowan O'Gara.
No way.
Yeah, wouldn't stop for a single. And think of this: we're 12-year-olds.
Wow.
And all the 12-year-olds are like, "Oh, run, please, please, please." He's just walking by.
I'm not that surprised.
Absolute prick, I tell you.
And he was
about the height of us.
Wow.
Very short man.
Oh God, get over yourself! Like, imagine not stopping for a bunch of 12-year-olds being like, "No."
I can't even think of, like, I wonder what he's up to now.
There was some stuff about him anyway in the not the news, but
was there?
Anyway,
was it that he wouldn't sign? Was it that he wouldn't sign
your
autographs?
thing? No.
That's it. Yeah.
On the other side of that now, Paul O'Connell.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. He did a trolley dash with my mother when our local supermarket opened up in our village. And she said that he was great because he was so tall and just like pushing the trolley. But I don't know if they strategized it before, because I don't think, the way you'd be like, okay, aim for these things, not these things. I think he kind of was putting random things and try. I must talk to her about it. I must talk to her. That's on the list of things to do while I'm here. But I think I don't know. I can't remember, but I remember because I saw on TV that thing trolley dash, and I was like, that is like trolley dash things. food eating contest, all you can eat, all that stuff in the same vein. I was like, this is amazing.
On the din, when they do it through Smiths.
Yes. Oh my God.
I can't believe your mom got to do an actual trolley dash.
Yeah, I know. Like, it was class. Where was I? I don't even know if I was there. I think I was in college/uni. But which I'm sad I missed that. But that's amazing. But shall we move on to listener submissions, Roger?
Yeah, let's move on in there.
Listener submissions.
Okay, I got a few. I mean, this was kind of an interesting topic. We should have maybe asked them about childhood. What were we talking? New Year's resolutions. But one thing that we asked was what people called this period of time during the year when it's like between Christmas and when you go back to like living your life. So I'm just finding. So a few people messaged in and told me that they thought they called it the gooch.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Even when they were kids, they would call it the gooch, and I was like, I'd say they didn't even know. But my friend, I won't say who it is because I think she wants to say, stay anonymous. Prenium, that's not her name. Prenium. Is that another word for the gooch?
Oh yes.
I need to find this in the. I had it open there.
I'm going to tell you somebody who I don't think necessarily wants to stay anonymous, unlike your fair weather friend there. But Sean Burke also suggested to me that they used to call it the festive perineum.
Yes, this is what. And where's Sean from?
Oh, I don't.
Is he Cork?
No, I don't think Sean's Cork. I think that Sean is like. Is he not Dublin adjacent?
Oh, maybe, because I was wondering if it was a Cork thing. Because this person said Christmas perineum, the area of the body between the anus and the genitals. This is what I call now. I didn't know what a perineum was when I was a child. Lol. Also might call it the Christmas gooch if the mood takes me. Slang for male perineum. I never thought I'd say so much perineum. Also, Sarah Roberts said gooch as well. Hello,
what, really?
Sarah Roberts. Yeah,
Sarah Roberts. I always consider gooch as like an Irish term.
Well, gooch is like it's like an actual word though. Like it's not like the crack or whatever.
That's an actual word, Marty.
No, but you know, we English people.
I always assumed gooch was just an Irish thing.
Well. When you assume, you make a gooch out of you and me, Roger.
Murder.
But that's kind of, I mean, this was kind of a difficult topic to write in about. So that's, to be fair, I think I like that idea that it's the gooch. I think we would just call it limbo.
Yeah, I've heard it called what's it called? Fucking Twixmas. Some people call it. I don't really care for that. Crimbo limbo. That's another term. I hate Crimbo.
I hate that.
Yeah, I hate Crimbo
too.
with a passion.
And I hate Xmas as well. I don't like that.
Really? Not a fan of Xmas. Do you know, here's an interesting thing about Xmas. Because we used to have a super crazy religious primary school teacher who used to give out to us for writing Xmas because he said, you're taking Christ out of Christmas. But where it actually comes from is that the Greek term there's like a Greek abbreviation for Christ, which is an X.
Oh.
So it's like a term that massively predates like modern uses of it.
Wow.
So there you go. I've seen another one here, Winterville. Don't mind that.
No.
I don't
because Christmas is done. You don't want anything too Christmassy associated with after Christmas. It just makes you kind of feel sad for what was.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
It just makes you remember the good times that you could have had. The last one I have here is there's a German term that's called which is zwischen den Jahren, which literally just means between the years.
Oh, it's a bit like
that's very German, I think.
It is very German, between the years. It's so literal. It's like sometimes when you find out the name of a movie in another language, it's just the name of the movie, like in Italian, could be like say for example, the movie's Liar Liar. In
Yeah.
Italian, it could be like deadbeat divorced dad who who lies and it's very literal
Yeah.
as to what it is. But the time, there is a sense of time being warped, or there's no time. There's actually an island in Norway that has no time.
What
Do
do
you
you mean?
know this? It doesn't have like clocks or anything.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's like it just doesn't have any time. It doesn't have a time zone.
No, I had to, I read about it recently, but I don't understand like with phones and stuff. But they say the time-free zone concept, the idea is that during the months with the midnight sun, traditional timekeeping becomes irrelevant. So
Ah.
residents can engage in activities like swimming or visiting friends at any hour. So you won't be like, oh, it's 3 a.m. Well, they should be in bed, even though it's like 28 degrees and sunny outside,
That
even though
sounds
that
a
won't be the
nightmare.
case. But midnight sun and polar nights. The island is north of the Arctic Circle and experiences 69 days of continuous sunlight in the summer and equally long periods of darkness in the winter when the northern lights are visible.
That does not sound great.
No, but I really would like to
No.
go just to see what the vibe is like.
Yeah, I'd be curious about that. I'm always interested in the fact that Ireland used to have a slightly different time zone to the UK.
Yeah, 20 minutes ahead.
25 minutes and 21 seconds.
That's it, bye.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I mean, we love everybody. When you tell someone that fact and they soak it in for the first time, you can see, I
Yeah.
get a premonition like That's So Raven of them telling someone else about that in the future. I'm
They'll
like,
know it. They'll know it.
oh, that's it.
That's So Raven is a wild pull. That is I always thought that was one of the most unhinged shows growing up.
I loved it.
Bit,
I loved it.
really?
And there was that rumor going around that she died in a plane crash. But she didn't. She's just a lesbian.
Oh, is that true? Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, she's going down.
Oh, she's going to
Whoa.
hell either way. That's it.
I didn't know she was a lesbian. Is that true? Wow.
Yeah.
Fair fucks to her. Fair
Sure.
fucks to her now. Yeah.
Fair fucks to her there now. She should have
The-
saw that coming, didn't she?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and what about do you remember when they went to, is it Corey in the house?
Corey in the house.
Yeah.
Sweet lack. Sweet lack. Sweet lack. Sweet lack.
Sweet lack.
Corey in the house.
Yeah.
Corey in the house. Donna. Corey in the
You
house.
must know this, surely. I think this is slightly after our time, so this is like a thing where I would be talking about That's So Raven.
Yes, I
Yeah.
loved him. I thought he was the most fun. I really, really, really wanted to be his friend. Like, I was like, he seems like the most slash little girlfriend. I just thought he was like the most fun kid I've ever seen.
You loved him, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was so
What's he
fun.
like now?
No idea. Corey in the house.
He could be one of those
acting,
guys that you look up now and he's like clearly on steroids and ripped to shred.
Oh, he doesn't look great now, to be
No,
honest.
I have to look this up.
Oh, he
Yeah,
looks
he'll
a
never
bit
hear this, don't worry.
weathered and tethered.
Corey.
But your look, I mean, he looks grand. He just it's probably just a bad photo. But what happened to the show, Corey? Anyway, this doesn't need to happen.
No. Kyle
Roger,
Massey.
what is so we've got a few more days of this kind of space. Like, even in the podcast, I feel like the time in the podcast is like warping. Probably gonna go for like a big old walk. Oh jeez, I don't know. Prosecco. How do we feel about it? Were you ever allowed a little sneaky bit of it when you were a kid on New Year's?
No, as well as being a takeaway-less house, total teetotal house.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
In many ways, very,
It's quite good actually.
but yeah, but good. All the habits I've picked up in later life
Mm.
that none of my family or my parents have. They've only been bad habits.
You're making your own choices.
Yeah, my mom, every year I do get my mom to get me like non-alcoholic beers,
Mm.
and even her getting those, she feels like I'm an alcoholic.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's so funny because that's missing the point. Like, it's
Oh yeah, yeah. My mom's just like,
alcohol.
"Oh,
The
God."
taste of beer. You like the taste of beer?
Oh, I do love the taste of beer. Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
What? You don't like the taste of beer?
No, I do not like beer at all.
But you do drink it.
No, I never drink beer. I drink Guinness. I don't drink beer.
Oh,
There's
okay. Sorry,
stout.
yeah.
No, I wouldn't go
Just
near a beer. Makes
really?
me feel sick.
I
Yeah.
love a beer.
No, can't. I think when you're a kid and you'd be trying to sneak beer and cider and all that, and it's just.
Yeah.
What was I going to say
What
before
about
we
you?
go?
Are you Prosecco? Just before we head on.
I'd be Prosecco now, but I'm not a huge drinker when I go home with my
Mm.
family 'cause they're not huge drinkers. If I go out with my friends, yeah, sure, I'd have a few drinks,
Beyond
but
the piss.
my parents wouldn't really be like, or sister or anyone, they wouldn't be like, woohoo, let's get drunk. They're like, I
Yeah.
might have the odd glass of wine. And then, like, yeah, it's not, we're not a big drinking household, but I do like drink. I like drinking depending on who I'm with. There's
Mm.
no point drinking lots with people who don't really drink.
No.
And then it's just like, you just feel like a dumbass then.
we had a lovely pint of Guinness. I
We
won't say the
did.
pub because it's close to where you live. Every episode is me trying to remember not to dox Marty. That's like I just see things where I'm like, oh, I'll mention that to Marty when I get there, and I realise I'm just giving breadcrumbs to her home address, which isn't good. But yeah, we had a lovely pint one day, and I think that's the perfect experience of a pint where we'd recorded an episode and we're like, oh, we go for a quick pint. And we just sat down and just had a soft
We had two.
one. We did actually, yeah. We had a second one then after that.
We had two. And do you remember that episode where ages ago now you were saying, oh, I don't understand people who can't go a week without when they go a week without drinking, they're like, I haven't had a drink in a week.
Yeah.
At that point I hadn't had a drink in a week, and then after we recorded I went to the pub with my husband. And we just literally had one though. We just had one and
Yeah.
it was lovely. But I felt it. But no, after, I think the drinking during this time, I'm really trying not to go mad, because coming out on the other side is just too much.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
crawling out of the place like a bumper without the electricity,
You have to be careful now that you don't go too hard. Don't go too hard now, you
I
know.
won't. But Roger, before we go, I think you should plug your show now, and I can take that out from the start. So if you plug your show now, 'cause
Okay.
this is the end. So Roger, I guess I will see you and the listeners next year.
Mhm.
Doesn't it feel weird, listeners? And some of you are probably listening not on New Year's Eve. And if you are listening on New Year's Eve, I hope you have a lovely evening. If you are listening after New Year's Eve, it's 2026, baby, and it's going to be your year and your year and your year and your year.
It's going to be
Okay.
everyone's year.
Yeah,
The-
but I will have some shows coming up. I'll be doing lots of work in progresses from February, but I'll talk about that more in other podcasts. But Roger, you have your solo shows
I
in
do.
Soho Theatre.
In Soho Theatre, I have 3 dates. They're coming up very soon. If you're listening to this and you're in London, I'll be there on the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. The 5th is almost sold out, but the other 2 dates, there's loads. There's loads of tickets. So please do come, because it's they're the first dates of, I guess, my tour. So it would be good to sell them out.
Class.
Hopefully see a few pod listeners there.
Yeah, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? It'd be great, and so appreciated. Appreciated.
Yeah, we should come up with like a little thing that people can shout to say that they're in on the pod.
They're on the pot. They just they heckle you. Go, remember that. Remember that. When you're about to say something really poignant, they just go, remember that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
No,
but
definitely don't do that. No.
Just
say afterwards. Oh yeah, I listened to the pod.
Yeah, come up to Roger. Be so receptive.
Do yeah.
We always are. We might look a bit tired, but we're always so receptive. All right, Roger. I will see you next year.
Yeah. Likewise,
Yeah, crazy.
likewise.
And have a lovely New Year's Eve. Wishing wellness and love to you and your family. All right.
Old Lang Syne.